All right, let's see if I remember how to do this. Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am back. First of all right, lower your voice. Second of all, completely understand. I completely understand, and I am not really one to explain myself on YouTube, and I don't give excuses and stuff, but I've been gone for over a month. I'm gonna fill you guys in on what's been going on for the last month and why I've been missing in action, because while I don't feel like I owe you an explanation, it's still fun to like fill you in on what was going on and let you guys know that I'm okay, I'm alright, I'm not going anywhere. It's just, life got the better of me, and are you ready? Because I have a few stories to tell you guys. So strap in. I think this might be a long one because I'm going to fill you in on what's been going on. All right. Are we over it? Are we done? Are we still friends? All right. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, you have an idea of what was going on. And the first thing I want to do is thank all of you that reached out to me privately, in comments, in tweets, in snaps, just asking if I was okay and just sending best wishes my way, because I really needed them. And I wanted to thank you guys for your concern and just showing love and sending great thoughts my way, because girl, it's been quite a month. So rewind, let's go back to my last video. So in my last video I mentioned that I was going to Jamaica. The point is, when I left you guys, I was literally leaving the next 2 days on vacation to Jamaica, and I told you guys I was going for Carnival, and that's exactly what I did. So I actually left for the airport Wednesday night, like after midnight, and I got to Jamaica at 5 a.m. My friend picked me up, and we went back to her house. She went to work, and I went to sleep because your girl was tired. This is the week leading up to Carnival. Carnival is on the Sunday, so there are obviously going to be events prior to. And in Jamaica, we're always partying anyway, so there's always a party going on. And on Thursday, that day that I got there, we went to a party called Tailgate, where you drove up in a truck, a bus, your car. It's like a tailgate party. You know when you go to the stadium to a sporting event, like a baseball is like a big thing for tailgating. You guys tailgate in a parking lot before you go into the stadium and enjoy the festivities. So this is a tailgate party, which is a similar concept. All the cars come in, there's music, there's liquor, there's food. It's a grand old time. There's dancing. We had a blast. And like I said in that video, did I say that in that video? I was going to be naked, and your girl was half naked. I wore nipple covers, and I was out here, and I was just having a good time. So it was a group of us that went. We went with her company because she works for a liquor company, so they get passes to a lot of these events, especially if they sponsor the event. So we went with a bunch of people from her job. A few of those people I'd already met before. I already knew them, the guys, the girls. It was just a good time, all right? So we were out here having a good time. The music was awesome. A lot of it was like soca and stuff, because obviously it's Carnival coming up, so you're gonna have like the soca music. So I had a blast, all right? And my friend, oh my God, she's so sexy. She's so out. Have you ever just looked at your friend when she put on her outfit and she's cute, and you're like, girl, that's my best friend. Go best friend, go best friend. So I was her best friend. She's so cute. Anyway, we've been best friends for 25 years now. And I know some of you, not a lot, but some of you are 25 or under. So I've been friends with her as long as you've been alive. So I gave my age away just now, and I'm not afraid to tell you how old I am, but I'm 36. So we met when I was 11, and we've been friends ever since. And I just love her. So we had a great time, right? I think she did go to work on Friday. Yes, she went to work on Friday, but I met up with one of my friends, and I actually went to the beach. So I went to Helsha to have lunch. Helsha, you have to go. If you're in Spanish Town in St. Catherine, Helsha is like our beach, and it's well known for the seafood. So the fish, the festival. So I had Fish and Festival. Like I went to Hellshop for lunch and I had that, right? Good time. And then I think I went back. Yeah, I went back to their house and their Airbnb, and I went in the pool and stuff. Just a relaxing day, nothing too crazy. We were actually supposed to go to Juve. Was it Juve? Yeah, Juve we were supposed to go. No, was Juve? No, I think Juve was Saturday night. Yeah, Juve was Saturday night. But there was another party Friday night that we were supposed to go to. But we just relaxed and rested. We didn't go out Friday night. I just spent time with my best friend and with my goddaughter, who is her daughter. So that was great. Saturday. Oh my God, Saturday was so much fun, right? So Saturday was a breakfast party, which is a day party. So you go out early, you have your cute outfit on, you're out here in the sun, you have food and drinks, and again, music. That was also a blast. Like, I've never really been to a day party except in Jamaica. Here, I haven't truly been to a day party. I know they have day parties here, and you have brunch parties. Okay, that's a lie. I've been to a brunch party. Okay, I've been to parties here in the day. I'm lying to you. Anyway, there was like a breakfast party. Anyway, we're there. It's a good time again. I had a blast. I had my outfit on. This time I wasn't fully naked. Like, I wasn't out here being naked, but I was like, form fitted, and I was out here. And again, a great time, great music, great people, great fun, but, and however, I got a whole sunburn. A whole sunburn. Like, I've burned one time in my life, and it's when I went to DR and I went off-roading on, what them something the name? You know the something them, right? I went off-roading and got a sunburn because I was out in the sun for, I think, 4 hours. And the sun was like on my shoulder, and I didn't have sunscreen on, and the sun in DR was just leveled up, and I burned on my shoulder, and it was the first time I've ever gotten a sunburn. Now, I'm tropical, so I don't expect to burn, and I think that's something that we take for granted. Like, I put sunscreen on my face, but I don't put it on the rest of my body because I just take it for granted that I have enough melanin to block the sun. But my body was like, no. That melanin is not enough. The little 30% of black that you got is not enough. And so I burnt in DR, and then this is my second time getting a sunburn. And I wasn't even out in the sun that much. Like, we were under like awnings and under like things, and I didn't expect to actually burn. Like, I wasn't consistently in the sun for any extended period of time. But I think because I put like highlighter oil on, that was my mistake. I used the Derma E Radiant Glow face oil. So I mixed this in with a little bit of highlighter and put it on my shoulders. And I think that was the mistake, because the shoulders burned, my chest burned. I think it was just bad. All right, I thought it was like, oh, look at my tan lines, I'm cute. No, I had a whole burn, and it hurt, but it didn't hurt too bad, and I didn't get blisters or anything. Like, it wasn't that bad, but I was achy, and it wasn't fun. So I got that, and the tan lines that I got was just a mess. So that was Saturday. Then Sunday, it was Carnival. It was the March day, and a couple of you actually messaged me and said, hey, you saw me out there, so why you never say hi? Like, you don't ever be afraid to say hi to me. Don't think I may be awkward. I'm a little awkward because I never know what to say, and I'm like, I'm gonna mess around and say the wrong thing, and then they're gonna cuss me out on social media saying Tina is uptight and a snob and arrogant and she's a bitch. But I'm not. It's just I have a resting bitch face, so I might look like don't talk to me, but come talk to me. I don't mind at all. Don't ever think you're bothering me or anything. I might be out here at Target looking a hot mess. It's fine. I'll just tell you that I look a hot mess. You can't take no pictures because we out here looking dusty. Just leave it alone. But come say hi to me. Anyway, you should have said hi to me if you saw me at Carnival. So I was in at Carnival, and I was not fully prepared. I was not briefed completely on what to expect. I mean, I've been to the Labor Day parade in New York down Eastern Parkway. I've marched the whole way. I've spent hours out there. I was not ready. All right, I wasn't ready for what Carnival had in store for me. We walked miles, and I didn't get a full outfit. My friend was like ordering stuff for me, but I didn't end up getting it. So I ended up wearing a monokini from the truck that I was marching with. So what you do is you can march with the trucks, you march beside the truck, you can go on the truck, and you pay a certain amount. Again, we got comp tickets because of my friend's job. So with the package for the tickets, we got a monokini, and so I just wore that, and I did my makeup, and it was so much fun. I loved how my makeup turned out. I actually shared it on Instagram, and it was very colorful, and I haven't done like colorful makeup in a while, so it was fun to do like the colorful makeup, the cut crease, and I wanted to recreate it. I was thinking about recreating it. It may be too late, but it was so pretty. I really enjoyed the makeup, and I did my best friend's makeup as well. I did her eyeshadow. She did her face and everything, because she's good at her eyebrows and lashes and the face makeup, because she can't really do eyeshadow. She hasn't really practiced. She doesn't know what she's doing. So I did her eyeshadow, and we put the gems on and the whole thing. Listen, it was cute. I was cute. I loved my makeup. So we had fun with the makeup, and I just had on a monokini and my boots. And I am glad I didn't like go full out with the feathers and the headgear and like the whole outfit, because it was hot, okay? I was hot, I was sweating, and I can't imagine having on more clothes that I had on in that monokini. And I shared it on Instagram. I'll share it here. You're already seeing what I'm wearing. And we're dancing, we're having a good time, we're sweating, there are people, it's a lot. There is no way I could have managed the whole feather attire, okay? Nah, there was no way. And we walked and walked, and I've done 5Ks, and I was like, all right, it's fine. It's a 5K kind of setup. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Nobody told me that there were miles and miles and miles to go. Mind you, we met our truck at the lunch stop. So you have different stops along the route, and we met the truck at the lunch stop. So imagine if we had started at the start. Oh no. My walk till I'm tired. My foot hurt me. I'm just irritated. I'm hot. I'm sunburned, and I'm getting more burned, and I'm just like, nah, I need to go. So now you reach the end, and you have to come back around. You want me to walk? No, darling. Jeez, I'm crying. When I tell you, I'm tired, I'm like, nah, I give up. I quit right here. Can we? I don't know how I'm gonna reach back, but I can't go on. Luckily, my friend saw a van. She jumped up on the back of the people in van. Hello? So you know who jumped up on it too? Me. So we ended up on the back of a van, and they drove us to the end. Thank heavens, because I couldn't do that walk. So I had the experience of Carnival. It was great. Thank you so much. I will never do that again. And people are like, you should do Trinidad Carnival. Hell no. I'll do all the events up to it. I will never do that march. No, ma'am. Because my friend was telling me, you not knowing nothing yet, because Trini Carnival is worse. I'm like, no, I've had my taste of it. I'm done. I don't need to ever do Carnival again. I wanted to experience Carnival because I've never done it. And it was like, all right, this year I'm gonna do it, and so I did it, and no, I had a great time. Don't get me wrong, it was fantastic. It was awesome. It was a great experience. It was like my people know to have fun. There was no fighting, no bottles being thrown, nobody getting hurt. People might have gotten hurt, but like everybody was just having fun, and it was great to have that experience and just be around my people in my native country, just getting all in my culture. So the van drop way off, and we go back. Child, I got sunburned on top of a sunburn, and the tan lines are tragic, and that's why I don't like tanning in the summer. I got a decent tan. Like, I have a little, caramel. Don't mind my little eczema back here. I got eczema on my elbow. I got a nice little tan. I'm a little bit more caramel, and I do like having a little bit more butterscotch in my coffee. But the tan lines are not attractive. I hate them. I showed like the tan lines, but I'll try to show you now a little bit of it. So the worst part is that I had stickers. You probably saw the stickers on my arm in like the video clips that I showed. But like the sticker, there's a print. You see this? There's a whole print on my arm. It says Caesar's Army. Listen, that's on my arm right now, like for real. And then on the other arm, there is a R. All right, this is a little bump, but there's a R. You see the R? Like, I'm a Rough Rider. Where am I going? Like, where am I going? No, it's so bad. And then I have, I don't know if these, I mean, you can still see it. So this was the bathing suit, the monokini that I had on, right? And then the actual top that I wore, Lord, my skin dry. The other top that the onesie that I wore on to the breakfast party, it's still there. Like, it's still there. But like, look, let me not show you everything. But you see, like the line, I have the 3 lines and the line goes right around my back. So the tan lines are tragic, okay? So that needs to get fixed. But I had a blast. I left the next day. I left in the evening, so I had enough time to rest and stuff. So it was amazing. I am so happy I went. It was great. I loved it, and my best friend's actually here this week, so I get to see her again and see my goddaughter, so we'll spend some more time together. I came back on a Monday, actually came back like midnight, so I actually got home like 1 o'clock, and I took the next day also because I knew I wasn't going to work, okay? I needed to recover. I went and did something on the Tuesday, so I came back, and it's something that I wanted to do for years, and some of you may have noticed it. It's not like out there in your face, but you might have noticed it if you're observant. But I pierced my nose. So you see that little stud? Isn't it cute? It's like really understated. I actually changed it because it's been a month, and the piercer said I had to wait a month to change it to like a different gauge and change the ring from the starter. So it's not really in your face, but I got a nose piercing. Yeah, I wanted to do it, like I said, for years and years, but I was always afraid, and because it's a face piercing, I don't know, I'm always hesitant to do things that are visible, like piercings that are visible, tattoos that are visible, so I hesitated for a long time, and I think just doing the DNA thing where the Indian part, I was like, all right, you know what, it's a part of my heritage. If you guys know, Indians are just known for their nose piercings. It's a part of the culture. It's just a part of the dress. You have a nose piercing, and I always wanted one, and boom, I did it. It was the worst experience of my life. Oh my God, it was extra. If I had to go off piercings, this one experience, I would tell anybody, don't pierce your nose. It's awful. But then I hear stories from other people who are like, it wasn't painful, they didn't feel anything, it was fine. And I think my nose is just different. My nose is built different. My nose was like, no, it was very resistant. It did not want any parts of a piercing. And if I had to do it all over, I don't know that I would. If I knew what I know now, I probably wouldn't have done. Maybe I would have still, but I would have like taken a Vicodin or something, because when I tell you the damn thing hurt, it hurt so bad. And I went to a piercer that got really great reviews. I was like, all right, this is gonna be great. He has great experience, blah blah blah. And I went in. You know what? I didn't really like him when I met him, because I don't know, like, if you've been to tattoo artists or piercers, some of them tend to have like this condescending attitude, like they're these tough guys or whatever, so they come off like dicks, and he came off like a dick, and I'm just like, oh, here we go. And it was just ick, all right? Because I asked him if I can record it, because I would have shared it with you guys, you know, my piercing, because I've never like recorded getting piercings. I just have my ears pierced, and I have my belly piercing, but that's it. I've never pierced anything else. But I was like, let me, you know, record it. He was like, no, and he doesn't allow, you know, videoing of his piercings, because, okay, one, it was valid. He was like, you can have the phone and then just get in the way of me piercing you, and I could be mid-pierce and you get in my way, and then it's a disaster. Valid, true, I understand. I completely understand. I'm with you. The second reason he was saying is that he doesn't want to show his technique, and then people think it's such an easy thing to do, and so you end up with backyard and basement and garage piercers that think they can do it, and then it ends up being in an unsanitary environment. And okay, fine. People can get hurt, injured, you post it online, they think whatever. And he was saying that you notice that the videos that you see with piercings are like like blood everywhere, squirting everywhere, like they're the piercing disasters. Those are the only videos. Anyway, the point is, he didn't want me to record it. All right, fine, valid, fine. So he sanitizes my jewelry, whatever. I wanted a stud. He feels my piercing. We figure out where we're gonna put it. He feels in my nose. He's like, you have a massive booger. And I'm like, I know for sure I don't. Because what am I gonna do? The first thing I'm gonna do, I know I'm gonna get a nose piercing. I'm gonna clean the hell out of my nose. I trim my nose hair. All right. I got my washcloth. I took my whole shower. I cleaned my whole nose out, which I do anyway. But I really went in. It's kind of like when you go to the dentist, you really brush your teeth and you floss and you do all this. Like, that's gonna make up for the 6 months that you were not doing all of that carefully. But I was extra vigilant. It's like you go to the OBGYN, you go to a doctor's appointment, right? Or any other D appointment. You prep. You do the whole prep, right? You situate the situation and make sure everything is copacetic, right? You do that. So obviously I prepped my nose for the piercing. There's no booger. Trust and believe. This dude didn't realize that the area that he was going to pierce has really thick cartilage, like really thick. So he thought that was a booger. It's not a booger. So here he goes. He pierces it. He's like, it's gonna be over really quick. It's not a problem, blah, blah, blah. Boom, he pierces my nose. It hurt, but I expected pain. So I was like, fine. It's happening. It's painful. Ow. There's a thing in my nose, the piercing thing. Okay, great. Then he's like, it's done. I already pierced you. Woo! Now I gotta put the jewelry in. So he said, like, I'm done piercing. Like, that was the end of it. That was not the end of it. So the piercing needle is in my nose. Blood is running out. And you know how you can see your nose? Like, your mind is conditioned to not really see your nose. But if you look, you see your nose. And there is blood running down my face. And I feel it because you feel the moisture and the wetness. And blood is running down my nose. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna bleed. It's a piercing. There's a hole in my face, obviously. So he puts in, he's like, all right, I gotta put the jewelry in. Putting the jewelry in was just as painful as the freaking piercing itself. So he puts the jewelry in, then he's like, I gotta put the back on. So he's putting the back on and all this. Then he goes, oh, I need a longer stem. Because remember I told you the cartilage, the part that he pierced is thick. So now what the size he put in wasn't long enough. So now he's got to go for a longer stud. So now he's like, all right, so now I got to put the piercing needle back in and sanitize the other stud to put. This dude took out the jewelry, re-pierced my nose. I mean, it was pierced already, but he gonna stick the needle back in, which again, more pain, more blood. Blood is running down. I'm crying. He's trying to absorb the blood because I'm sure he doesn't want me to see that there's blood all over my face. I see the blood, sir. Maybe this is why he didn't want me to record you, but I see the blood. I'm aware. I'm in pain. And on top of it, I'm crying. So I'm not like bawling like, oh my God. But like, you know, when you can't help, but the tears are running down your face. So that's happening. I'm crying. The blood is running. It's a mess. He gets the other stud. Now he's got to put the stud in again. Another bout of pain. I'm crying some more. He puts the freaking thing in. Then oh God, puts it in, takes out the piercing needle. The pain is shooting through my face. I'm crying. I'm not feeling good. Then he has to put the back on. And then he's struggling with the back to put it on. Oh my God, it was the most painful experience that I ever paid for in my life. It was horrendous. I was so traumatized, and he's given me the instructions on how to clean it, all this stuff. So I got to use the piercing thing and wash it and all this stuff. I'm barely listening. He's like, don't change the stud for a month. You can come back and I'll change it for you, whatever. And if you're gonna use a ring, like an actual loop, then you can't do that for 6 months, and it takes however. I'm not even listening because I'm just like, my nose is throbbing, I have blood running, I'm just done. It hurt so bad that I didn't even tip him. And I'm like the person who will tip you even if you give me bad service, because I understand the service industry. But I was not tipping him. I walked the hell out, and I didn't even go back to him to change the piercing out. I did it myself. It was a struggle. I had to actually clip the end off because I couldn't. It was like the flat back stud, and I couldn't get it off. And they're like, just pull it apart or just twist counterclockwise. There was no way to twist it because I couldn't get a grip on. And I got pliers, cutting pliers, and just cut the damn thing off. I know I shouldn't have done that, but I did it and I don't care. And so now I have my piercing, and it's cute. I put this, I can't even use the L-shaped, so they have studs that have the L. So you gotta like bend it, bring it around, and it stays in your nose. And then they have like the corkscrew type where it's kind of like a little curve, a little hook. So you gotta bend it in and curve it. I can't wear any of those because they're not long enough. The stem isn't long enough to go through. So the only thing that fits is a straight through. So I have the bend, it's bent to fit where you push it in and you're supposed to bend it to kind of give it a little bit of a lock in place. I can't do that. I have to just keep it straight. It's just straight in. And it's not a big problem. It does, if I wash my face and I use like a washcloth, or like I dry my face with a washcloth, it can pull it out, and then I have to push it back in, so I have to be careful with that. But apart from that, it doesn't really slip out that easily. I thought it would, and I was worried. I'm like, oh God, it's just gonna fly out. But it hasn't. I was worried mainly because of how I sleep. I sleep on my face, so I was worried that it would come out when I'm sleeping, and then I would wake up, and because it's been out of my nose for that, out of the piercing for so long, that it would close up. But I haven't had that, and that's good. And really, like, is that a spider? That, you know what? Not today. It's a baby spider. I'm gonna leave him alone because he's not troubling nobody. I'm gonna leave him anyway. Whew. So I push it in, right? And then it's not fully healed. So on the back it forms, it still forms like a crust, like a mucousy crust with a little bit of blood. But not really like blood, but like a little bit. So the crust itself kind of forms like a back to the, and it doesn't slip. Anyway, my body is naturally holding it in there, so we're okay. The piercing's cute. I think it's cute. What do you guys think? I think like this size is perfect for me. This is the size that I wanted. The starter one was a little bit bigger and I didn't like it, so now I have the stud. And I might try out a hoop later on, like I'll see later on in the year, I'll see if that's what I want to do. But yeah, so I have a nose piercing. There we go. And remember, I think it was in the video before the last video, I had mentioned that I was considering doing Botox because I had the 11 lines right here that were getting deeper and they were irritating me, and I was thinking about getting Botox, but I wasn't sure because, you know, I was like apprehensive about it. So 2 days after the piercing, I went and got Botox. I had the appointment set up before I went to Jamaica, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. So I went to the same place that did my sculpture, because they do injectables, Botox, all that stuff. So I just got the regular, I think, how much? It's the regular, like I didn't get any more or less than the typical. I think it's 12 to whatever the count. I don't know what the count, I don't know because I don't do this a lot, obviously. It's my first time. Anyway, I got like, he put like, it was like 4 or 6 little pricks right between my brows. And I think he did a great job. You can't even tell, like you didn't know that I got Botox. I just told you and you're like, oh, okay. You didn't even know. That's how subtle it is. I really love the results. My experience, I got the numbing thing because I was like, I can't experience any more pain to my face because I need numbing. So we numbed it for 10 minutes. Then he injected me, like I said, 4 or 6 pricks. I think it was like 6. And it didn't, like, it takes a couple of days to really kick in. He said there might be bruising, but I had no bruising. I did have minor swelling, and you did see like little bumps where I was injected, but I literally did it during lunch and went back to work, and no one knew what was happening. I didn't have needle marks or anything. And you know, you got the little ice pack, you got to hold on it, whatever. But he said also I might get a headache. And I did get a headache. My headache lasted about 2 or 3 days. It wasn't like a continuous headache. It was just this achy feeling, like this dull pain right in the center of my forehead. It wasn't like a throbbing headache or anything, but there was this ache right in the center of my forehead. It felt like a slight tension headache. And the effect took about, I would say 5 days to really show, because they did tell me I could come back in a week if I didn't think the effect was significant enough, and they could do a touch-up if I felt like I needed more. But after 5 days, I was happy with the results. I didn't feel like I wanted to go back, so I didn't go back. And I think I have to go back in, is it every 4 months you do it? Whenever you feel like you want to touch up. So I think it's 3 to 4 months I might need to go back and do it. Was it 200 or something? I think it was 200 and something dollars. Because you pay per unit of whatever it is that you used. And obviously, the more experienced your doctor is, the more of a master he is, he's going to charge more. But this was just whatever. It was under $300 though. And I have this, initially it was like a numb feeling. So it was weird. It felt kind of weird because it was like, okay, I can't move my face right there, but it actually feels numb. Like I had Novocaine there, and it felt a little weird. And then over time I got used to it, and I still have movement in my face. Like I can move my eyebrows, I can still make my face up, like I can still give you the angry look, but it doesn't get as deep. Like before I could do all of that, right? Now I can't. I can do that. So you still have a little bit of like creasing, but it's not as intense, and I really love that result. So I can't do like a really serious face, but I can still move my face. And I think a lot of people were like, oh, you know, that's what they're worried about, that they'll lose expression. And obviously I can still do all of that with my face, so I didn't lose the expression. And I think if you do it more, like if you did it here and here and here and here, obviously then your face isn't really gonna move. But I did it in one spot, an isolated area, and I really love this. So I'm probably gonna keep doing this. I actually really like that. And yeah, that's what I did. So I mentioned that I took a trip with my mom. So we went to Switzerland. We spent a week in Switzerland for Mother's Day. So we actually left on Mother's Day, which was a Sunday, and then we came back the other Sunday. And I had to work a day and a half out of that. So it was a business and pleasure trip. And it was great to have my mother there because she's never been to Europe. And I'm like, come on, let's go. So we hung out. The town I go to when I go to Switzerland is Solothurn. And I've been to Lucerne as well. I've been to Zurich, but I didn't really like Zurich as much, and I've been to Bern, but I stayed in Solothurn. It was a good time. My mom had a great time. I'm gonna do a separate video showing like clips from our trip, and she actually answered some of your questions from Instagram. So I had asked on Instagram stories for questions that my mom could answer, and we did like, I had her answer some of those. So I'll include that in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. You can meet my mom. She can fill you in on some things that you guys wanted to know. And we just had a great time in Switzerland. Great trip, great people, great food, great experience. I will share that in another video. But the main reason I was missing, I mean, Carnival, vacation, business trips, all that. But the main reason I was missing, the kicker, is that I got sick when I came back from Jamaica. So you remember I told you I was feeling tired, I wasn't feeling really great. I was like, oh my god, I gotta recover. Oh my god, I wasn't built for this. Girl, I really wasn't built for this. My body was like, you are not 20 anymore. I don't know where you going thinking you going to Carnival, doing all this foolishness. You doing the most. You know you're not built for tough. And I was down for the count. So I got sick the day after I got back. When I got my nose piercing, I came home and I was down. I had my throat hurt. I had a fever. I had body pains. I was like, Jesus, Lord, have mercy. And I still went to work. Like I made it to work 2 days, and then that was it. I could barely move. I didn't want to wake up. I didn't have an appetite. I was coughing, sneezing, runny nose. It was a mess. So I was like, Lord Jesus, and I got mosquito bites, right? So I was like, oh my God. Did I get dengue fever in Jamaica? Did I get chikungunya? Did I get Zika? What the hell did I get? Because I am sick. I was so sick. Oh my God, it hurt so bad in my throat. I was coughing. It was just, I was coughing nonstop. So I was like, Lord, don't tell me I have TB. I knew it wasn't TB, but still, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was sick and I lost my voice. My voice sounded a hot mess. So like the entire week after I came back, it was just like, I can't function. And I literally had to go to Switzerland 2 weeks after I got back. So I was like, I need to get better. I'm staying home. I worked from home a lot. I couldn't speak very well. My voice was awful. And I'm still not even 100% right now, but it was awful, right? And I felt like I was getting better. And then I went to Switzerland, and I was fine in Switzerland. I was still coughing, like I still had the nagging cough, but I didn't have the chills anymore, the fever. I didn't have any of that. So I spent the week in Switzerland, like I said, and my mom got sick. Like, she got a little sick. Like, every night she was coughing. She had to take NyQuil. Like, it was the whole thing. And then I was like, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great, sweetie. Girl, I came back and I was sick as soon as I landed in New York. I'm like, oh God, the fever is back. The sore throat is back. I can't speak. I'm aching. My skin, you know when your skin hurt? My skin hurt. I was so lethargic. I couldn't even move. My eyes were burning. It was so bad. It was so freaking bad that I ended up going to urgent care because I was like, I can't. I'm dying. I need to go to urgent care because I need something, right? Go to urgent care. They gave me like here's some allergy medication and here's some cough medicine and sent me on my way. None of those worked because I was sick still. It was bad. So then I ended up going to a regular doctor, like a regular GP. She was like, oh, here's some Zantac. Zantac for what? She's like, well, the coughing could be caused by 3 things: allergies, upper respiratory infection, or too much acid. And I'm like, okay, so she's gonna treat that because people are treating allergies before, and it doesn't sound like I have an upper respiratory infection. So she gave me this foolishness. You know what? That was garbage because I was still sick up until a couple of days ago when I went for my annual visit to my OBGYN. My OBGYN for my pap smear, my annual checkup. I have to go every 6 months because I had precancerous cells when I was younger. So I go every 6 months just to make sure all is well in the well. So my doctor, because it's the annual checkup, so now he's doing your pressure, he's checking your breathing, like breathing, take a deep breath, he's listening. He's like, Tina, you're wheezing. I'm like, yeah, I am. He's like, your lungs sound like trash. I'm like, yes, sir. I am sick. I've been sick for a month. And he's like, what did they give you? So I tell him everything that they gave me. And he's like, that's cute, but no one decided to give you antibiotics. I'm like, no one did. Everybody's out here like avoiding giving me antibiotics, even though I'm asking for it. Because my doctor, the other one, the GP, she's like, oh, come back in 10 days and we're gonna check. What the fuck you checking for? I'm sorry, excuse my language, but I am so upset because I got the bill for them for my, oh, your deductible. And I'm paying you and you did nothing. You did nothing. My OBGYN is the one that prescribed me antibiotics because he's like, you have an upper respiratory infection. Your lungs are, you don't even want to know what you sound like. You are wheezing. And I'm like, I know I'm wheezing. I can barely talk without coughing up a storm. And I sound like crap. And when I cough, it's that rusty cough. You know that cough, right? Like an old smoker with all that mucus up in here. That's how I sound, like an old rusty Lord. I'm surprised I'm even making it through this video without coughing. Obviously, I'm getting better now. So he prescribed me antibiotics. And he's like, we're going to take care of that. How is my OBGYN the one that is making me better? How? How, Sway? How? He was supposed to look at my area to make sure my area is fine. But he's making sure. You know what? I am so mad. Anyway, I got my antibiotics and I am on the mend. I am not 100%. I think I'm like 82%, I'd give it. So I said, I owe you guys a video. I'm coming. Here I am back. And it's been a month and I don't want anybody to start sending out the search party, like trying to figure out where I'm at. It's just I was going through it. I had episodes when I wasn't on a business trip or wasn't on vacation. I was struggling to stay alive and I was nervous because I'm like, what if I get pneumonia? Like, I've never been this sick. I've never, ever been this sick. Like, I was legit sick for a full month. I was not 100% at any point during May. I was so sick and a lot of you guys reached out and wished me well. And thank you so much because, I was on the line. I was tiptoeing it because it was a struggle. It was such a struggle. I'm on the mend. We're recovering. I'm back. I owe you guys lots of videos because there's so much going on. I have so much PR. Well, I shouldn't even say that. I have some PR, some really exciting PR actually. My PR has slowed down quite a bit, and so I only have really fun things to share with you guys. So I want to share those with you guys. And I also owe you guys a haul because I didn't do a haul for March, April, or May. So I have 3 months of products that I bought, and I went over budget, and I don't care because I was sick. And I'm allowed to have things to make me feel better. I didn't go like way over budget. And I mean, the Sephora sale happened too. So I did pick some things up. But most of the things that I actually... Woo! Lord, Father, deliver me from evil because woo. Whew. The things I picked up, some were fun. But I picked up things for my girlfriend from the Sephora sale. So it wasn't even anything really interesting. But I do have things that I purchased that I want to share with you guys. Some fun things, some really good things. So I'm going to share that with you guys. Is it too late to do the Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection swatches? Is it too late? Because it's still in store. Like, it's not gone yet. And Game of Thrones just ended. And I still need to do my Game of Thrones series and talk about all that stuff. Are you still interested in that? Because I want to do, you know what? I'm still doing it. I just got into Game of Thrones this year, by the way, so I watched seven seasons to prepare for, anyway, I want to do that still. And then, yeah, I have other videos coming up. I've been doing well on this low kind of buy. Like I said, I purchased some things, but I have been doing really good. And I want to talk about that stuff with you guys. So there's content coming, you know what I mean? I took a month off, not by choice. Nature said sit down, take several seats, and sat I did. And so, but you know, whatever, here we are. We're here now, and we're gonna have fun. So enough yapping, I've yapped enough. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. Stay tuned for the video that you're gonna see me in the same outfit where I kind of chat with my mom. And I will leave links to my Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat where you should be following me along, because that's how you would have kept up with me in the month that I was missing. Snapchat, I was active on. I shared like my vacation. I shared snippets. I didn't do a vlog because I was on Instagram and Snapchat with it, and also on Twitter. So if you want to keep up with me, those are the places to find me. I am not, to me, I know people are like, do vlog your trips, vlog this, and I'm like, I want to experience my vacation. I want to live in the moment and have fun like that. I don't want to be worried about capturing the moment on camera for you guys. I want to live my experiences. I don't want to worry about recording them. So that's why I just don't vlog. I know it's entertaining for you, but it's not fun for me to do that. So I'm just living my best life and enjoy my vacations and my trips without having to document it. You get what I mean? But if you want to see snippets, Instagram and Snapchat is where you can find me. I will leave links below as well. And yeah, until my next video, which is in fact gonna be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys.